AFN KC interviews Commanding General of 2nd Infantry Division, Army Private Joe ALEMAN, Area 1 service members, and 2nd Infantry Division. Runtime, 12 minutes, 35 seconds. That was AC/DC with Thunderstruck, and you heard it here on AFN KC the Eagle, where we're serving America's best for you. And of course, you know me, Army Private Joe ALEMAN, here for the afternoon takeover. And this is a very special show. We have Major General Tom Vandal, your Commanding General of 2ID, and Sergeant Major Andrew Spano, your Division Command Sergeant Major. They're here with us, and we want to say thank you so much for coming in and spending time with us. Say hello to everyone out there and everyone.
Second to none, this is Warrior 6, Major General Tom Vandal. I just want to say hello to all of our warriors out there in Warrior Country. I know you're working hard, but we got a special show for you. We're going to talk about Combined Division and about the Iron Brigade Combat Team and the Think Twice campaign. So I'm looking forward to the discussion today.
All right. Thanks, sir. Hey, this is Sergeant Major Spano, Warrior 7, and I just want to say hey out there to all the warriors out there. You all knew we were going to be on the radio because when you heard the introduction song, it's like when you walk into a UFC match and you know you come out to get ready to get in the octagon. You play our marching song. Well, that's it. The warrior song is Thunderstruck by AC/DC. So it's great to be here and be able to put some information out to all y'all and be able to get the message out. So thanks a lot there, PFC ALEMAN.
Thanks again for being here. I'm excited. It's going to be a great show, so definitely stick around for that. They're going to be talking about great things, so you don't want to miss it. But right now, we're going to go ahead and get you back into the music with Stevie Wonder's Part-Time Lover here on AFN KC the Eagle. You just heard One Republic, I Lived, here on the radio on AFN KC the Eagle, where we're serving America's best for you. And of course, you know, it's a very special hour. We got the Commanding General of the 2ID, Major General Vandals here, and of course, Sergeant Major Spano. And sir, let me ask you, can you tell us about the Combined Division stand-up?
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for the question, PFC ALEMAN. It's back in July of this year, there was a formal agreement between the U.S. and the Iraq government. Admiral Che, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs for the Iraq military, and General Scaparrotti made an agreement to establish a combined division. This past week, a memorandum of agreement was signed between the TROCA commander and the 8th Army commander, and in it established some benchmarks on putting together the combined division. It's the first time in our history a U.S. ROC combined division. Effective 1 January, we'll stand up with some ROC officers who will become part of the division staff. They'll have positions, either primary or deputy G staff positions, G1 through G9. We'll actually have a brigadier general as a deputy commanding general. And then later on in the summer, we'll actually have a ROC brigade. Right now, the 16th ROC Brigade out of 8th Infantry Division will become part of 2ID. And so this will afford us an opportunity to train together in order to conduct future missions should we have to go to war. And it'll allow us to work on interoperability challenges between the U.S. and the ROC forces. So though we're already combined in our training, this will actually make the division a combined structure in the future.
Definitely. It sounds great. And I'm sure you believe this is a great idea. But can you tell us again who will be in charge of this combined division?
Actually, 2nd Infantry Division will provide the preponderance of the forces. So Warrior 6, the 2ID division commander, will have overarching responsibility for the combined division structure. And then we'll have a component of ROC officers that will be integrated within the division. And then we'll have at least one ROC brigade that will be part of the 2ID. So it really gets towards readiness and enhancing our interoperability. So a great strategic initiative that's been developed to enhance readiness across the peninsula.
Definitely. And when is the division planned to be up and running? And are there key milestones along the way?
There absolutely are. For example, 1 January, we'll receive the ROC officers. Right now, there's a total of 30 ROC officers, 1 brigadier general, a deputy chief of staff, colonel, all of which have very good English language skills. Many have trained with the U.S. forces for some time. We'll go through key resolve in February-March timeframe, and then ultimately at Ulchi Focus Guardian next August, we'll actually have the opportunity to refine the structure and then ultimately declare it fully mission capable at some point later on in the fall of 2015.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for telling us about that. I'm sure some of the soldiers were hoping to hear about that and learn more. So Stick around for more. We're going to have more questions, and Sergeant Major will get you in on the next one. You'll tell us about the inactivation of 1 ABCT and the incoming rotational brigade.
Absolutely.
All right, good deal.
Good.
All right, and stick around. We got more coming your way. Right now, we're going to take a quick break. But after that break, I'll go ahead and get you your weather, exchange rate, and gas prices. And, of course, more music coming your way. That was Scandal featuring Patty Smythe with The Warrior. Special requests from the commanding general himself. Thank you so much for that song. Great song. I loved it. Great. And right now, we're going to talk about the inactivation of 1 ACBT and the incoming rotational brigade. Can you tell me all about that?
Right, and about a month ago, it was formally announced by Headquarters Department of the Army that Iron Brigade, our 1st Brigade combat team, is going to inactivate come this summer, about August time frame.
Okay.
And they'll be replaced by a rotational brigade combat team. That brigade will come out of Fort Hood, Texas, out of the 1st Cavalry Division. They'll rotate over for 9 months. But as you know, our Iron Brigade and all our Iron Warriors have been here on the peninsula since 1965. So, frankly, their inactivation is going to require a lot of hard work as we set conditions for successful rotation. But strategically, having rotational forces really provides increased readiness and capabilities here on the peninsula of the U.S. Forces Korea.
Definitely. And can you tell us how will the inactivation of 1 ABCT affect the security of the ROC?
Sure, you want to go with that one?
Absolutely. What we'll see is we've got a unit that'll be coming, Brigade Combat Team, the Blackjack Brigade, out of 1st Cav Division. They will go through a combat training center rotation. They'll go through their gunnery, and they'll arrive as an intact, cohesive unit. As opposed to the individual rotations that we have, we'll have a unit that rotates for 9 months, and they'll integrate into the theater, understanding our mission, and we'll quickly be prepared to fight tonight and be ready.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And Sergeant Major, how about, can you tell us, will the soldiers rotating bring their family members?
No, the soldiers will only be coming over here for 9 months.
Okay.
Much like when soldiers would deploy to Iraq or Afghanistan, they're going on an operational deployment.
Right.
So they'll be technically coming over here, TDY, temporary duty, here in Korea, assigned to the 2nd Infantry Division, or attached to the 2nd Infantry Division while they're here. So the families will stay back at home station while the soldiers deploy over here and spend their 9 months over here in Korea.
And Sergeant Major, can you tell us what will happen to the soldiers currently assigned to 1 ABCT?
Well, the soldiers currently assigned to the Iron Brigade, starting this winter, most folks that are normally due to DROS will rotate back to CONUS, back to the United States. And starting this spring, as around May time frame, when that brigade coming from Fort Hood starts arriving here, of course, it's a phased-in approach to bringing in the new brigade. And as those units come in and start their relief in place and transition, soldiers from the Iron Brigade in that same reverse transition, they will phase out.
Roger.
So it won't be all one lump sum. Here's 10 planes of soldiers arrive and 10 planes of Iron Brigade soldiers leave. It's over the course of weeks
To transition
out.
Roger. And will the rotational units move down south with the rest of 2ID, who moves to Camp Humphreys?
Right. Someday, in the future, again, according to the current plan, when facilities become available to occupy, the rotational brigade, it might not be this one here, it might be the second one, depending on when facilities are done, but that brigade will move the Armor Brigade combat team down to Camp Humphreys.
Okay.
If I might add, if you haven't been to Camp Humphreys, it's a $10.7 billion construction project. Brand new barracks, motor pools, dining facilities, headquarters, 90% of which has been paid for by our ROC partners. So really a tremendous change at Camp Humphreys, increased and doubled this size.
That's amazing. I have a battle buddy down in Camp Humphreys. He tells me the facilities are just brand new and looking great. There's a lot of work going on. So,
most of the facilities, you just see construction cranes all over the place.
Yeah.
So, when it's all said and done, there's going to be 33,000 U.S. soldiers living on Camp Humphreys versus the 13,000 there now.
Yeah.
And the soldiers will have brand new multi-story barracks to live in. The brigade footprint will have everything contained in it, so soldiers don't have to go far to do their thing there.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for sharing that with us. And stick around for the next break, because we'll be talking about the Think Twice campaign, which Sergeant Major will go over with us. More music coming your way, so stick around. But right now, we're going to take another quick break, and after that, more music. That was Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. And if you have a cowbell, Sergeant Major is looking for.
Yeah!
But before we end the hour, Sergeant Major and the General, sir, excuse me, you guys are going to give one last message, of course, to all the soldiers out there. So the mic's yours.
Of course, first off, I want to thank all our warriors for their hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. And as we approach the holiday season, I just want us all to remember about taking care of each other. You know, I wish you all a very happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And I would just challenge every one of us who are not going to be with their family over this holiday to take care of each other because this is our Army family. And for each of you, I truly hope that you enjoy the Christmas holiday period and be safe. And remember, think twice before you have that extra drink, and make sure that you're responsible in your conduct over this holiday. But enjoy yourself and recharge as you come back for the new year.
And I'll just caveat to that because, you know, when you're a U.S. Army soldier and you have the opportunity to serve your country in a foreign country, and unfortunately that there are times when you're going to have to be away from your family. And it's always harder, especially over the holidays. And as General Vandal said, that you're with your Army family if you're not going home. And so leaders, be involved with your soldiers. Find out what they're doing, not just on that holiday, and this day being Christmas, but during the whole time, because the soldiers are going to have so much time off with their half-day schedule and their 4-day weekends with Christmas and New Year's. There's many things to do in and around Korea. Get out and enjoy it. Go do some snowboarding, some skiing. Go eat some Korean chow because it's pretty darn good. And, just experience the culture. But do things together with your buddies. Look out for one another. And know that we're proud of each and every one of you, and we're proud to serve alongside you in the Warrior Division. And your families are not forgotten either because they sacrifice as much as you do. Just do it in a different way. And so, think twice, as we've been saying. Don't hesitate to intervene if you see your buddy overindulging or doing something that could result in some bad circumstances. So step in there, look out for your buddy, and take care of each other. So take care of each other out there in Warrior Country, and we'll see you out there on the high ground.
Thank you so much for being in here with us today. We definitely appreciate your time and all the information you put out there for us as soldiers. And again, that was Major General Tom Vandal and Sergeant Major Andrew Spano. Again, thank you so much for being here. And we're going to go ahead and get you right back into the music here on AFN, Casey the Eagle.